Good morning, friends. This is again Professor Shikant Jagtap, working in Mechanical Engineering Department of NB Navale Singhad College of Engineering. Today we are discussing about price and price mix in marketing management. See, price is a very valuable factor in revenue generation of any organization, any industry. Basically, there is a difference between a cost, price, and a value. A cost is something which is related to the manufacturing cost, the cost of production, means the cost incurred in the manufacturing of product within a company. When a company adds some profit margin to it, it becomes a price. But sometimes in an industry or in a market, the demand varies. It may increase or decrease, and accordingly company increases or decreases the price of the product. It becomes the value. Means, as you can see now, the sanitizers in case of COVID-19, before this lockout, the cost was very less, but as its demand has increased, the value of product has increased, the basic price of sanitizer has increased. So this is the basic difference between a cost, a price, and a value. A price is some of the values that consumes exchange for the benefits of having or using the product service. See, price, it has many names. Means it is a rent paid for an apartment, tuition for your education, fee for your physicians, fare paid to the bus, airline, railways, interest charged by the bank, money borrowed, salary paid to the employees, wages paid to the laborers, and premium paid to the insurance companies. Likewise, pricing can be categorized. All the parties in the production or the distribution and consumption of the goods, price affects the volume of the production, sales, and amount of the profit. Means when you define the price, its demand varies, and when the demand varies, obviously the production and its distribution also gets affected. See, according to W.J. Stanton, pricing is the function of determining the product's value in monetary terms. It is the value in monetary terms. Now let us go further, that is factors affecting pricing. There are two basic factors, that is internal factor and external factor. As you can see on the screen, the external factors consist of pricing objectives, marketing mix, structure for pricing, costs, and the external factors are market demand, prevailing market price, competition. Fourth is very important, government control and government strategies, policies. Second last is marketing intermediaries, and the second or the last we can say is that social awareness. Next we'll switch over to the internal factors. See, the internal factors, it depends, that is survival of a company, profit maximization, market share leadership, product quality leadership. See, the company has varied interests, and according to the interests of company or the objectives of company, the price is set up. Means for the survival strategy, you have to think about low price so that demand will increase and the production will increase. If your product is safe in the market, settled in the market, it is in the growth stage, and you need to have good profit maximization, then you have to increase the price of the product. If you want to become the leader in the market, then you have to set the price low. Means the Hero Honda motorcycles or the Bajaj motorcycles, they desire to share the leadership, so the rate at which the cost or the price of the vehicle is increasing is less. Some companies do have the quality leaderships, means they have the high cost on R&D, and so for the quality they have to define the cost of the or the price of the product. See, the Toyotas and Hondas, which are from the Japan, when they were launched in the European luxury car sectors, they intentionally increased the price of the product to compete with the luxury cars manufactured in European countries. Internal factors, that is second, is marketing mix strategies. Means if your business has many resellers, promotions, superior features of the product, then you need to invest more money to those activities, so you have to have the higher price of the product, and vice versa. Next is structure of pricing or organizational considerations. Then in this case, if a finance manager has to set a price, then he would rather consider through the cost of the product. If by top executives, then they consider competitors' price and standardized format. Means the person who is going to decide the price matters a lot. If he is an accountant, he will use the empirical formula, and if it is a manager, obviously generally they are managers and the management who have one eye on the market situation and the competitors, and likewise the calculations are done. External factors, that is market and demand. In this case, the total concentration is on the demand of the product, and the price fluctuate or it is elastic as per the demand to retain in the market. Second is competitors' cost, price and offers. See, it is very necessary to retain in the market that we should know the competitors' policies, prices, offers, the cost of the same similar product of our company, and accordingly we have to change the price. Means if, for example, the Pepsi deducted its price on 200 ml cola bottle when the Coca-Cola reduced the price of their own bottle, means both are the cold drink sector suppliers, and they do have the competition in between them, so they keep an eye on each other, and to retain the market they do decrease the price of the product. Other conditions like economic considerations are also to be thought of. Inflation, means the GDP factor is to be taken, the interest, social concern. Sometimes it becomes a very much vital part that society is to be thought of. Sometimes the constraints are due to government regulations and they are to be thought of, and that those are the factors which decides the price of the product. The pricing approaches, as you can see on the screen, are three. That is cost based approach, second is value based approach, and competition based approach. These are the three approaches. We will study this in detail in the next slides. See, first is cost based pricing, means as I told you initially that production, distribution, promotion, means advertisement, this is the basic cost, and then the we have to add the profit to it, and it becomes price of the product. Means how much target return we are going to get it, means when is the break-even analysis to be carried out, and break-even point is to be thought of, and which is generally employed by many different organizations. Cost-based pricing methods, it generally ignores the competitors and the market demand, because they initially have to think about break-even point, means to get the company in the profit after installation of the new product in the market. So in this case the profit margin is kept a minimum, and the cost also and the price also are brought to minimum, so that they start gaining the market and the break-even point is achieved as early as possible. Target return pricing. In this case, the concentration is given on the rate on investment or the total cost of the product. It is the method in which a formula is used to calculate the price to be set for the product. To return a designed profit or rate of return, that particular quantity of the product is sold. This pricing method is used almost exclusively by market leaders. See, uh, as the market accelerates, the profit increases. But many companies do think about the mass of product sold, and accordingly they decide about the uh, price of the product. Break-even pricing. In break-even pricing, no profit, no loss situation is achieved at break-even point. Left to the break-even point, that is a loss margin. To the right, it is a profit margin. Obviously, any company thinks about a profit margin, so they desire to come at the break-even point as early as possible. The next pricing method is demand-based pricing, that is also called as value-based pricing. It is to capture the majority of other customers are willing to pay. Means in this case they have to take out the survey, and we have to think about the customers and what they think about the product, and accordingly the price has to be defined. Means you can take the example of salt. So what are the expectations of the customers? Accordingly the salt is manufactured and the cost is defined, and accordingly the price is there, because as in that domestic product competition is too much. The second point in this case only is the value perception method. Means in this case production costs and market prices are determined to set the price. It ignores the market competition again and the total cost of the product. Means they do concentrate on the value perception and the demand or the customer or the end user. The pursued value pricing and customer value pricing are the major value oriented pricing methods. In this case, we have to think about the customer, the end user. The next point is customer value pricing. See, as the psychology says, every customer, irrespective of its economic status, expects the product at low price with high quality. So, to be conscious about such type of customers, we have to think about the price of the product. Many companies have significant opportunity to differentiate themselves from companies by learning how to create or quantify, communicate and capture customers' value by implementing customer value based pricing strategies. In this case, prices are set on the basis of competitors' price. Means sometimes to be in the market, we have to have the eye on the competitors' product and their price, and accordingly the price of the product is decided. In this case, the market demand and cost of the product is not thought of. It may be a situation that they have to work on a low profit margin or sometimes high profit margin. In competitors based pricing, next is going rate pricing. Means see, if you see the agricultural products or the noodle company's products, in both the cases, if one is selling the product at particular price, then other company has to have sell the products at the same price. Means they have to go in the market, they have to retain a graph of their consumption of product in the market parallel to the x-axis. Second vital point is pricing below competitors' price. Means sometimes when the market becomes stagnant, and in that case our demand of our product start diminishing, and to retain the market we have to sell the product below the competitors' price to attract the customers and to sweep the market, to sweep the competitors away, and again we have to retain in the market. Nepal Airlines had practiced such type of strategy. The next is pricing above competitors. Means that just now we discussed about below the competitors, but sometimes you have to think above the competitors' price. because the increase the market image. Means sometimes see the Parle products or the Britannia products, both have the manufacture of biscuits or the bakery products. But if you see, to show that we are quality or to retain that quality aspect or the image, the Britannia intentionally keeps the price of the products at higher level. Sealed bid pricing methods. In this, the bidder tries to bid a lower price rather than keeping the competitors away to win the market. So intentionally, it is just like a bidding, and in that case, whoever has the low price gets the lump sum order because the lowest bid is awarded order. See, there are many pricing strategies also. In pricing strategies, organizations work according to that. Let us see in short, that is product life cycle pricing strategy. We have learned about product life cycle. Then price responding price strategy. See, it is not a fixed price. It fluctuates as per the demand or the situation of the product retain to be retained in the market. Then customary pricing strategy or the traditional pricing strategy is to be thought of. Means in short, all the strategies imply that our product is retained in the market irrespective of the competitors, irrespective of the social barriers, irrespective of the government policies, and to retain the minimum margin of profit. Thank you very much.